through us, through us, through us. Yatta! Awesome guys, what is up? Let me throw this back. I'm not a Jedi yet. I cannot throw it with the Force. However, I am here in the flesh. I'm not a Force ghost yet. Thank you guys for being here. It is Emceelito's Chill and Chat Special Emergency Edition because of the Star Wars Visions trailer that dropped just about 12 hours ago. I was about to go to sleep and I got these messages in my messenger box. They're like, hey, this just came out. I'm just like, what? And I rushed upstairs and I recorded my reaction video. So if you guys haven't seen that yet, go check it out on my channel. It'll be probably spotlighted as one of the newest ones. But guys, how awesome is this? This is the culmination of two awesome things. Like, if you're like me and you're you've grown up, I can't speak. The Force just flows so heavily through me. I cannot talk. But if you grew up with Star Wars, there's a good likelihood that you're also into Japanese culture or anime or video games, Japan JRPGs. So this to me symbolizes a huge culmination of two massive forces, creativity coming together, and I just can't believe this is happening. So guys, thank you so much for being on the stream and celebrating it with me. Let's go to the chat a little bit. Some people were saying, hey Emceelito, hey, good morning. Tokyo Paul, good morning from you're going from Tokyo there, obviously. How are you doing? Thank you for being on the stream. And Frank, yes, the man in the red hat and the half mask, saying hello to everybody. Who here loves Star Wars? I hope all of you do. I hope that's how you found the stream. And Tokyo Paul's like, who is the guy in the red Mario hat? Is that Frank? You got it, dude. You got it. And Frank's like, hey, nice to meet ya. How you doing? All right. So without further ado, I want to officially introduce my guest. You've seen him already lurking and doing his thing in the background. It is my buddy, Franku. Okay, just give me 1 second. I'm going to put him on. Bam. Does that work? Oh, I gotta unlock the scene first. So give me a second here. Let's see if this works. Frank's gonna join in for the first little bit, and then he's streaming on Twitch recently, so he's going to do his own thing there. Let me see if I can get Frank in. Frank is he's away, so while he's away, I'm gonna retype his name. So this is very impromptu. It just kind of happened all of a sudden. So Frank, oh, where is he?
Whoa,
where is he?
whoa.
He
moving too fast to be seen.
He force dodged out of the camera.
Force
there.
speed.
Force speed, right.
How's it going?
I'm doing good, man. How are you doing out there in Vancouver, Canada?
Awesome, feeling good. So you saw the trailer right before you went to bed. I saw it first thing in the morning. You actually woke me up with it.
I woke you up with it. Okay, hold on a sec. I'm getting a call from another part of the universe. So whoa, we got another guest on the show. Tony, hold up. Tony's dropping in from a galaxy far away from Vancouver, Canada. Tony, are you there? Can you hear me? Okay, awesome. I'm it's a 3P right now. So hold on, let me do something and accommodate for all you guys. Just give me a sec here, all right? Let's do this. Let's go Borderlands. Let's go Borderless. Can I get you in? And Tony, you should be able to get in here. What's going on?
Send me the link via Facebook.
I can't send you via Facebook if you're gonna be on. So let me just put you out of the. I hear something in the background in your thing. Is that a TV or something?
Yeah, I can go on another.
Oh, okay. So while you're doing that, I'm gonna figure it out. So Tony's calling me on Messenger. I see. I'm gonna send him the link on Messenger. So Tony, let me send you the link and then you drop back in, okay? All right.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, thanks, bro. All right, cool. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure what was going on. I'm like, how come I can't add him to the screen? It's because he messaged me on Facebook Messenger. So yeah, I'm just gonna type him. Use that link I just sent to join the stream. All right. So we got Tony dropping in. He's also a big Star Wars aficionado. So yes. No, Frank. Tell me this. Okay, obviously we know why we're here. We're gonna talk about the new Star Wars Visions or Visions. Have you actually seen the trailer yourself?
I have actually. I watched it a few times today, just in between work. I watched it. I don't remember which one you sent me, but there's an English one and a Japanese one.
Yeah.
And I watched both because of course I did.
Yes, of course. Which one did you watch first? I wonder.
Whichever one you sent me, I'd have to go back and double check. I think it was the Japanese one.
Yeah, I probably did.
That's the one I remember the most, and that's the best one. I think that's gonna be the one that I watch in the end for sure.
Nice. I've seen like other YouTubers do a poll on their own channels. Okay, hold on. Anthony's chiming in again. Yo, Anthony, my man, how's it going? Okay, let me unmute you. Actually, you have to unmute yourself as I add you to the stream. So Anthony's gonna get in here. Hey, Anthony, what's up? Can you hear us, bro?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can. There's a little bit of a delay, but maybe that's your force power. Maybe you have like power persuasion. That's gonna be interesting. There's gonna be so we are doing the English and the Japanese version, and Anthony is doing the dubbed, delayed version.
Let me just do it through my.
Oh, that's better.
email.
Oh, you're good now.
Yeah,
You're good now.
it's perfect now.
Oh, you can see it.
Yeah, you're synced up now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we had a disturbance in the force, but I haven't felt your voice for such a long time.
Oh, I mean, it is a pretty unique voice, so.
It is. You know, and the funny thing is all of our voices are unique, and that's why you guys are on the stream today to give your unique spin on this. So I was just asking Frank, had he seen the Star Wars Visions trailer? And I want to thank you, Tony, because you're the first one. You're like, straight out of the gate, you just sent me this link, and I'm just like, okay, it's another joke link or something, and I clicked on it, and I'm like, whoa, you just dropped a bomb. And I was like, whoa, dude. It woke me, like, seriously, I was about to go to bed, woke me up. I went into the studio. I'm like, I gotta record. And then another person, Normarai, he's out there in Nelson, BC right now. He's the guest I had, which we did the official, we talked about the Star Wars quiz, and we learned a little bit of Japanese. And he was like, dude, you gotta watch this. I'm like, oh my God, this is my destiny. I gotta do something on this. So this event is like a kick in the butt to get me start recording my regular YouTube videos, right? Like I've been doing live streams, oddly enough, right? But that was the first regular YouTube video. It's got 177 views in the first 4 hours or something. I'm just like, oh my God, this is overwhelming. So thank you so much for sending me your message.
So yeah, I'm actually thinking of doing a reaction channel to things and start, but I kind of want to get my first channel up and ready first. But yeah, that was such an impressive trailer. Like I was blown away. Like one of my friends here in Utah, who I've known since like 2007, like I have it notified on my thing that I see his posts whenever they post up and everything. And I was like, hey, I gotta go check this out when I have time. And sure enough, I checked it out, and boom.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You know, the funny thing is it kind of just blindsided me because I'm pretty much on top of anything major that's coming out of the Star Wars universe when it comes to, well, I don't know if this is canon. That's the thing. I heard these stories aren't canon.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think they are.
I think they're probably, sorry, I'm trying to get my...
Yeah, I know it's hard. Like it's like, you know, you're moving this way, but you think you're moving that way. It's all good.
Yeah,
it's all good. I can't shake him. I can't shake him.
That's a definite Star Wars reference right there.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So when it comes down to it, I think that this isn't canon, and when I kind of got into a little bit of anime when I was in junior high, and so that kind of brought out the nerd in me, I guess you could say. But I was really impressed because they had the Star Wars music in it, which was impressive. But at the same time, like they had the they had the dubbed version and they had that Japanese version, and I checked out both, and it was, and I have a friend here in Utah. He's like, "Oh, I gotta watch this on the Japanese version." That's
Oh,
just gonna
awesome!
pay
That's cool.
homage to everything. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
Frank, what's your take on that? Because you were like, of course I watched the Japanese version, right?
Yeah, same thing. So, I grew up watching anime since I was young, and I watched a lot of the dub stuff when I was a kid, and then when I got a little older, watching the subtitled version, like the original voice actors, was just, for the most part, a lot better. And especially in this case, and definitely for most anime, but that's the artist's intent, right? Like they create it for that language and voice actor, right? So to me, it feels like that's the true way to watch it.
I see what you're saying. I can see both sides of the fence. So it's interesting. I watched what's his name? Is it Star Wars Insider? He's huge Star Wars channel. He's got about 3 million subscribers. He's always in the forefront of Star Wars, and he did a live reaction, like 17,000 people watching it at the same time or something like that. And halfway through it is like, he's so relaxed and so cool, and he's just like, yo guys, I think I'm gonna do a more in-depth reaction to, that's kind of how he sounds, I'm doing a more in-depth reaction to the trailer, but which trailer should I do, the Japanese or English? And most people are like, Japanese, but then he's like, do a poll. He's like, oh, you think I should do a poll? Like, do a poll. So he did a poll in the chat, and 53% wanted the Japanese. Now, I thought it would be more overwhelming, but I think there is like both viewpoints, right? From a certain point of view, you have people who are hardcore, like, this is anime, I want to hear the original voice. But then you have a lot of younger people who are maybe not as knowledgeable about Japanese culture or languages per se, and they just want to enjoy the content, right? Like,
Sure.
I mean, it's the same with Magic the Gathering here in Japan. Like, they sell English and Japanese, and there's the younger kids are getting in Magic the Gathering. They don't really know much English, right? So they're gonna buy in Japanese. But it's the hardcore people who are like, yeah, this is Magic the Gathering. Like, I grew up, there were no Japanese cards. I speak a little bit of English. Actually, a lot of players speak really good English, so they're gonna buy the English. So I think it's good to have them both out there. I'm with you though on especially since it's so Japan centric, this one, right? Like,
Yeah.
we got to watch the trailer and just like Tony said, like, it's an homage to. It's so funny because I just did this stream on D&D. You're on that, you guys talking about like how Japanese role-playing games kind of harkens back to D&D, which then morphed into Magic. Star Wars in its essence has so much Japanese culture and history and stories from it. It's like, this makes total sense. But what blew me away is like just how far they went into it. I'm just thinking, like, that first cutscene, I was like, that's in Japan. Like, they just transplanted a lightsaber in Japan. I was like, dude, you did it. Like, oh wow, what does this mean? It's beautiful.
Probably why it can't be canon.
yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, I wish it could. I'm working on the D&D module that you guys are going to be a part of. But I was thinking too, like, if I could make a Star Wars D&D module, it would be that. I was like, that'd be awesome.
I mean, there is a Star Wars pen and paper.
Right.
I've never played it, but I know there is one.
Right. It's a different mechanic system than D&D, but.
Right.
It kind of reminds me of there's a movie that came out in the 80s called Field of Angels. They have that quote in that movie that says, if you'll build it, they will come. So
yes.
If you'll make it, they will come.
Nice. I love that idea. Okay.
Kevin Costner, right?
Yeah.
Field of Dreams. That's right.
Field of Dreams, right? That's what it's called. Yeah.
And the cornfields and stuff.
Right.
Question of you guys, just a side question before we go into watching the first trailer. So, question is, now you're thinking of doing a reaction channel, Tony, after you build your first channel. My man Frank has just started streaming on Twitch, and you're doing kind of gaming as well as stuff covering your own game that you're developing. This guy's a programmer. He's developing his own music game. Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about that, because you're streaming right after you leave this stream in about less than an hour.
Sure. Yeah, but don't come watch my stream right away. Finish here first,
Right.
then come watch my
pressure.
stream. That's fine.
Yeah, we'll try to finish it before you start. Hopefully we can time it for that.
We're going to troll you.
Yeah, yeah.
That's fine. Come
Right.
and troll me. Just make sure you chat and follow.
Oh,
No,
just
so-
want to quick shout out, Adrian Lee McGill in the house. Yes.
Hey, Adrian.
Awesome, Adrian. Thank you for being on the stream, dude, and thank you for joining last time with the D&D RPG stream. It was awesome.
Adrian, you'd be very proud. I started the Magic the Gathering arena. I started playing it this evening.
Oh, awesome, dude. How was it for you?
It was different.
Yeah, yeah. So you went through the tutorial and all that.
I'm still working on the tutorial because I'm kind of bad at those kind of games. I'm not. I used to be a hardcore gamer, but then you know, things get your gaming habits get out of whack when you're a 23-year-old and one of your parents is having to come down at 2 a.m. saying, "Dude, go to bed."
Yeah.
And you're just like, okay, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, I know how that is. Yeah, I need to get back into gaming. I'm so jealous of you, Frank. I've been putting all my attention into YouTube and stuff, but it'll come back. It is slowly creeping back. So Adrian's like, peace, y'all. And right on, I got Magic Arena myself. Look at that. We are starting shockwaves in the Japanverse, the universe here. Awesome, guys. We'll get on it. Let's play some games, and maybe we can stream one or two while we're having fun. Just getting used to the new styles from the older one. Yes. And so
I'm sure all you guys will kick my trash.
kick your trash, kick your trashy little new butt. No, it's all good, dude. Yeah, let's have fun. Anyways, guys, the question was, so, you know, Frank, your stream's all about this. Tony, you're all about photography. For me, it's so hard to keep to my niche. Oh, hold up a sec, guys. I got another visitor here. He's in the green room. I'm gonna put him into the live stream. Hello, how you doing, Mr. Jeff Thacher himself of Rockapella? How you doing, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Great to see you, my brother. Hey, guys.
Hey,
I'm
hey.
here now.
Okay,
I
who?
see Mr. Lito, whom
Yeah.
I've not seen since we were avatars together.
That's right. He brought me into the world of VR. Is it VR? Not VR chat. What was it?
Altspace, I think it was.
Altspace.
Alt
Yes.
space.
Yes. We got to get in on that. Thank you for being my tour guide. And
Oh, it's my pleasure. How's it going?
it's going awesome, dude. How are you doing?
Good. What are we talking about?
Okay, we're just in the middle of we just started introducing ourselves, and just want to introduce you might not know these guys by face, so you've probably seen them on the chat when you're on there. So let's start with the guy in the red hat, Mario. So he's not Mario. Who are you again?
I'm Frank, friend of Lito's, also streaming on Twitch, and huge Star Wars fan, video game fan, and
Oh,
I don't have
snap.
all I have
Graflex,
is a-
bitches. Graflex, bitches.
I only have a katana.
Oh,
Graflex.
look.
Is that a custom-made one?
Yes, that is.
That's awesome.
Oh,
I
you
am
make my
jealous.
thing look like a toy. Like a
Well,
toy.
listen, I have a total. Yeah, there's no shame. Whatever lightsaber is good.
Yeah.
It's not the meat, it's the motion. But I have a confession. Like in the middle of COVID, like the darkest reaches of COVID.
Yeah.
My father had passed in July,
Oh, I'm
not
sorry to
from
hear that.
COVID.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't want to bring it down with that. But my point is, things were bleak, and so I was alone in his house cleaning it up, and I rewarded myself
Nice.
with this, which is not cheap. But I recommend that sort of behavior these days because we could all use a little,
Yeah. Use a little loving, self-loving for sure, dude. Thank you for sharing that.
I
jealous.
interrupted your introductions. I'm sorry. Hi.
Hello.
Wingapo.
That's right. So that's Frank, a good friend of mine. He's been to Japan like 3 times in the span of like 2 years. So he's a huge Japan fan, as well as a dear friend. And fellow musician, actually. We've played in bands. I'm gonna be trickling out the Star Wars lines. They're just coming out, like the heavy rains here in Japan at the moment. Okay, but man on the move with the gamer headset. Who are you there in the bottom left corner?
Sorry, I had stuff in my background that I didn't want people to see. My room's kind of a mess right now.
It's all good.
My name is Tony. I'm a fellow YouTuber, rising YouTuber like Lito. Me and Ludo became friends through a Facebook group called Video Ranking Academy. Really cool group, really supportive of everybody. But yeah, I live in Utah. I do photography, and there have been a few times when I wanted to give up, and Alito's like, "Nope, you're not giving up."
That's right, man. We're in this together, bro. We started basically around the same time, so let's keep it up. All right, I got your back. Awesome. And Tony, you're a big Star Wars fan, as I recall too, right? Because I did my
Very.
little Star Wars thing live stream, and you're like, "Can I get on it? Can I get?" I'm just like, hold on. I was just figuring out the stream right now. But for this one, I was like, let's get on as many people who want to get on. I actually messaged another friend, Normarai, who was on, and we did a stream. Just nostalgic stream, but he's a big Star Wars fan too. So this is like almost our own little mini Star Wars celebration going on here. You know, it's Japan and Star Wars coming together.
So, Lito, to tell you how much of a nerd I am about this, when I was in 6th grade, I was in 6th grade when Phantom Menace came out, and I just fell in love with the movie. Like, I was just stoked. Like, everything I bought was Star Wars, like with allowance and everything. Like, all my shirts had to do with Star Wars, all my books had to do with Star Wars. And it got so bad that people were just like, they didn't want to talk to me about this stuff because like I always proved them wrong because that's how much of a Star Wars nerd I became.
Right. Yeah, I know the feeling. I think it goes to show. I think it's just affected so many people's lives. Now, I will give you a little bit of insight, right? So I've been in Japan the last 18 years, and you'd think, because of all the Japanese references that are just sometimes nuanced, but sometimes like in your face about Star Wars, you know, like the lightsaber basically is a reference to kendo, and the Jedi robes look basically like kimono or hakama. But like, you know, I've heard rumors about where George got the ideas for Star Wars from like older Japanese movies or stories, ancient stories. But the interesting thing is in North America, people grow up with living Star Wars, right? Like it's rare when you ask someone, "Oh, you haven't seen Star Wars?" Like most people in North America have seen it, right? But the funny thing is, in Japan, it's one of those things, and I'm wondering why. This is my spin on it. So I've met more people in Japan who haven't seen Star Wars or have seen it but kind of don't know it. So like if I show them like my Baby Yoda, they'll be like, some people will be like Gremlins, you know, and I'm like, no. And,
Really?
yeah, and other people are really like, yeah, Yoda. I'm just like, yeah, dude. So you get this kind of divide of people who don't know it, and I wonder if it's because, well, if you think of Japanese like anime, manga, and these storytelling devices, there's such a plethora of them in Japan, as opposed to maybe just the Western movie genre, right? Because like anime wasn't just reserved for kids. It was a huge form of storytelling, and there's just way more of it, in a sense, right? Now that things are more international, maybe that's different. But yeah, no, but people who are into Star Wars are hugely into Star Wars, and I'm just gonna call this right now. I'm a big Star Wars toy fan. The merch is huge. I was just making The Mandalorian on the Monster stream a while ago. This is a plastic model, you know, like you make little tanks and cars. The Bandai, the toy company, has made Star Wars plastic models. So you have some companies who are totally into it. I'm gonna maybe do a poll later. After I finish this guy, I gotta put the decals on. After I finish this guy, which should I want to do a vehicle or a mechanical thing. Should I do the Death Star or should I do the Razor Crest next?
How big is the Death Star?
Yeah, it's not that big.
I don't think it matters. It's gotta be the Death Star.
It's probably as big as this cup here, so it's not that big.
Oh, that's pretty small.
Okay, but I'm gonna call it now. So this company that makes these toys as well as the model kits, like this is the model kit version of the Mandalorian. These are the actual like toy version. This is the child. It's hard to focus when my face is on it. The child. So this company Bandai makes like Kamen Rider, like the what's it called, the Mask Rider and Pokemon toys, and they're all about Japanese toys. I'm gonna call it now. If they don't make this lineup, they're gonna lose on a big, huge market. So you know the Hasbro toys that you can get for like $20 at Walmart. They're like the same figure style, but they're like 3 times the price. But they're 2,000% the quality. Like they're just really well sculpted, and they'll last forever and very articulate. So keep an eye out there. I'm just calling it now. and that probably means I'm gonna have to spend a lot of money collecting some of those for you guys.
Hey, Lito.
Yo,
I'm just gonna give you a heads up. If you're ever in Oregon, there is a shop up there in Oregon that has like retro Star Wars memorabilia and like toys and action figures and such that you can go in there, and you could drop like probably easily $2,000 on stuff, just because it's stuff that you can't find anywhere. So
wow, that's good to know. It's Star Wars like living museum kind of thing, right?
Basically.
Do you remember what it's called?
I'd have to look it up. I can look it up right now while you guys keep talking. I'll look it up really quickly.
Look it up. That'd be awesome. I want to include my friend Adrian McGill, who's saying we start with designing and building lightsabers, but you end up with AT&T's, not AT&T's, AT-ATs, until we get enough steel for a Death Star. But it wouldn't be a Death Star. It would be a party star, party disco star. Yes, I see the huge destructor disc on the Death Star as a hot tub in the making.
Oh my goodness.
Very cool.
It could be a hot tub for AT-ATs,
Oh, right. Who let those dogs out? They gotta bathe their thing. Okay, let me try something next. So I think everyone, I haven't asked Jeff yet. Jeff, have you seen the trailer for it?
We're talking about the anime thing?
Yeah, the Star Wars Visions.
Yes. In fact, I saw Emceelito's review of the trailer. And if people haven't seen that yet, they better get on it.
Thank you for that. Okay. Yes, I believe you commented on it.
Shameless plug right there.
Yeah, put it in. So that's my first video, like that's non-streaming, that it has got like 177 views in the first 4 hours, and that's amazing for me because like I don't have that many viewers yet. So yeah, just keep on it. Let's watch it really quickly together. Okay, just a quick poll. We're going to do both the English and the Japanese, and I want to compare and get your guys' insight on it. I might do a deep dive on it later, but I wanted to just share in this reaction party that we're doing now. What do you guys want to see first, the Japanese or the English?
I think since you're broadcasting from Japan, we should do the Japanese first.
All right, that makes sense. Okay, give me a second here. Just going to share the screen. Oh, we got some Tony's messages here. All right. Oh, that's a cool looking video. And we got the Japanese version right here. Let me double check. Can you guys actually hear this?
Yeah.
Is it coming out loud and clear?
Yep.
Okay.
A hair loud, maybe.
Hair loud. Yeah. Let me turn it down here. Just a second. Boop. Movie. Let me turn this down.
I mean, I turn it up when I watch the movie.
Is that better for you guys?
I can hear it.
It's pretty quiet.
It's pretty quiet now. Oh man. Okay, hold up. Let me.
Maybe split the difference.
Yeah. How about
meet us in the middle?
Something like that?
That's
maybe?
good.
Yep. All right.
That's good.
Yep.
Okay, let's get on it, guys. Let's watch it through its entirety. I want to see your reactions. I'm going to put you guys on the screen again. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, so this is so impromptu, man. Usually I have you guys all already up on the screen and whatnot, but just give me a second here. All right, you're gonna see a whole bunch of Litos all of a sudden. But
a multiverse of Litos.
That's right. That's the Lito-verse. Let's all go round because that's more maybe forced like. Ooh, we got Mario already there. Mario, it's me, Mario, and we gotta get Jeff in on that hybrid Lito Jeff round. Doing this on the fly. Oh no, that's Frank. We got another Frank. Okay. All right. And sure, I'll go around.
Hello.
Nice, guys. Very nice. All right, how's that looking? Okay, so let's do 2 and 2 so we can get a little bit of. Oh, we got a little bit of overlap going. That looks nice. Frank's like the mini Death Star, and
am I
like
the smallest because I'm short?
You're a little short to be a streamer.
Wait, should I put this on?
Jeff, yeah, whatever you want to do. All right, guys, we're gonna go through this, and then we'll maybe come to the chat after your guys' reactions and stuff. All right, here we do. Let's do it.
何百年も前のことよ。ジェダイいう偉大な戦士がこの星にやってきて、うちの祖先がこの宝刀を託される。その刀は常に全力で支え合う。
I think the frame rate is not so good.
Yeah, the frame rate's really bad right now.
Is it?
It's glitching.
It is kind of glitching. I think it's because it's probably YouTube and it's whatchamacallit. It's I will do a workaround to that. So give me a second while I do that. But
let's talk about how. Yeah, while you're doing that, there's so much high drama in anime. I think we're in for a treat with this because it's all about. I mean, they're basically animating graphic design. You know, it's just they think about the pose and then they do the motion around it. That's at least my interpretation. So I can't wait to see from a design point of view. The you know, you can see why they chose, what is it, Star Wars Visions is the name?
Visions.
Right?
Yeah, tell me more about that.
I mean, well, also I'd like to say, like, just while you're clicking,
yeah.
I don't know if you saw this, Lito, but the tower in Roppongi in Tokyo, I was actually in Tokyo in 2015, and they had this huge Star Wars exhibit. Stuff I have never seen in the States before, including the stuff in the shop that I'd never seen in the States and probably never have since, and never will again. You know, like little, you know, soy sauce plates with R2D2 and stuff like that.
Right.
And it was incredible. And then they had this whole separate room at the end with like high-end fan art. Like if someone did a beautiful, stunning painting of like Princess Leia as with Conan the Barbarian or something like that. It was like a room full of that stuff. I mean, I almost, it's like a dream. Like, did anyone see anything like that in the States? I think it was just made for Tokyo.
I could totally see it happening, yeah.
It's kind of tragic that it didn't tour because I kept thinking, I think I saw one other thing that was a little bit like it. Again, this is 2015, I'm pretty sure. So if anybody knows of any video resource of that, that would be gold because I've never seen anything like it. There were props, there were everything.
So I sent Lito a link via Facebook, and that place, that shop I was talking about, it's actually in Washington, and they have a website and everything, and so Lito can share it later on in the stream. But it's really cool because like I didn't even know this place even existed until my brother, my oldest brother, he came up for a visit. And he's like, him and his daughter went up there for like a trip, and they drove past this shop, and he's like, okay, we gotta stop. And he's like, you know, everything was really expensive there. He's like, but I had to get one thing, and he got himself a little Boba Fett memorabilia action figure thing. So it's a really cool shop.
I bet they have. I mean, if they know their stuff, they probably have some Japanese stuff because there are definitely things in Japan that you can't get anywhere else. Anything really with Disney included, like anything like that, there'll always be a Japanese specialty thing. Anyway,
it's funny. When I was in Japan in, I think it was 2019. It's not as crazy as your the museum that you went to, but I was in, I think it was like Yodobashi Camera or something, and they were selling all sorts of Star Wars appliances. So like, you know, a vacuum cleaner that is C-3PO or like R2-D2. It was around the time when the Rise of the Skywalker was coming out.
Yes, they do that. It was like, it was a vacuum cleaner, C-3PO and R2-D2 version. I was like, what?
Which is so
like
cool. I wish they did that here.
Just went, what? Exactly. Well, you know,
that's why here was like a waffle iron.
Oh, really? Yeah. I will tell you this. So I have two questions. One for Jeff. So that store, did you say it was like in Tokyo Tower?
It was in there's a skyscraper in Roppongi, which is like the big international. It's like Times Square of Tokyo. And at the top floor they have exhibits and things, and there was an exhibit of Star Wars, and it was very big. It was like not just an afterthought; it was intense, and the props and the art and and then the shop. So you know,
I see
it's gone now. But
the only thing I've seen similar to that, and I could totally see that in Tokyo because I live in Osaka and they don't have as much as that's available there. But there is you know, like the Marvel tour that goes around the world and it shows all the costumes from the Avengers and stuff. They did a similar Star Wars one, but I think that's more of an international one, not just a Japan only exclusive.
Yeah.
So I've seen that one in one of the skyscraper towers here in Osaka, but I haven't seen that one, the particular one that you're thinking of. But as far as like all the, only in Japan kind of little trinkets and like what do you say, branded vacuum cleaners, Pepsi had an exclusive thing going on with Star Wars. So over the years, I don't know if you ever, some of you guys have been to Japan. If you go into a convenience store around summertime, they'll attach little freebies onto the twist top of a drink, whether it's pop or even alcohol or coffee or whatever, like those little twist tops that you get. And Pepsi had a very exclusive one. It was twist top Star Wars things. So the bottle cap would be like Stormtrooper or Jar Jar Binks or like Queen Amidala, and you have to buy the drink, but you get this little freebie, and there'd obviously be huge collectibles. Many years later, there's another one called Bear Brick. It's this guy actually. It's this kind of thing. I've done this on a stream before. So it's this bear-looking character that takes on a whole bunch of different. Yeah, dude, I got a few. If you guys want one,
Nice.
There's a Bear Brick. They're all branded, and they'll come in this shape, and they can just like mask it with whatever property they want. So it could be, Pokemon or whatever. But this particular brand with Pepsi and Star Wars did these little Bear Brick keychain holder Star Wars things. I used to scour to just get the whole set. You can probably buy them. Yeah, this guy's head pops off. What this is does it have? Oh, this guy, the Mandalorian. No, the Boba Fett's got him inside. You twist off the head, yeah, and he comes with this little stick. It looks like those glow sticks that you go camping with or raving with, and you crack it open.
That
and
is so Japan.
Right. This
Just like throw it up and see if it works.
Yeah, exactly. This emits a vapor as it evaporates that kills viruses around the area. So this is actually like
That is definitely Japan.
I gotta find. I have something in my kitchen. I have to show you.
Go ahead. Yeah. So the company is called Cleverin. Cleverin. That's what it's called.
Leave it to Japanese companies to say, well, let's just throw some Star Wars memorabilia on it and we'll sell it. It's fine.
It's crazy. I have the C-3PO version of it. He's totally decked out in gold. There's the Sand Trooper, right? Oh shit. There you go. A Sand Trooper version.
Oh.
Of course, Darth Vader. Yeah, and then where are the other ones? It's C-3PO, I think. And
That's the kind of thing I'm hoping the store has in Oregon. It's like little fetish items.
Yes.
This is from that exhibit. It's a Japanese teacup, which we would just call a little cup.
Yeah.
But of course, their teacups look like this, and it's got this beautiful like art. Let me go on the wrong camera here.
Yeah, it's hard to do it on camera.
Artwork, and it's got like little Japanese names for it. 2 lines actually, English and it's got all the different stuff. And
That's
it's
cool.
beautiful,
Yeah.
That is
And
cool.
it's little crap like that. I'm afraid to use it.
Yeah, there's so much of that if you go out and look for it, or sometimes it'll just like come out of nowhere. Like this thing. Like
Yeah.
I was just like at a pharmacy out in the sticks, and suddenly just before leaving the shop, I'm like, is that a box of Star Wars? Is that like a blind box?
Oh my god.
And I was like, I bought one, and it was C-3PO. I have a whole bunch. So if you guys are lucky, maybe as a giveaway or just throw you out like.
I was gonna say you
Japan care
could
pack.
go on eBay and like charge at least $20 a piece on eBay.
Oh, people are done that already. After I looked it up, it was like, oh, Hong Kong selling them. The vicinity near Japan first, and then. But yeah, there's tons of that stuff. Thank you for sharing that. Hope to share more of that stuff if that interests you. Okay, I think I found a workaround. Let me see if I can get this going now. Just give me 1 sec to set up, and let me make sure that it is working. So I've streamed video before. This might be a little bit lower quality, just to let you know. I have streamed video before, but it was whatchamacallit, higher quality. So let's see how this one works. Just see if I can throw this up there.
A great warrior came to this village.
Is it looking good? Sounding good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's sounding audible? Okay, let's take it. This is the English version. Let's throw up I hope this is the Japanese version. Yes, this is the Japanese version.
何百年も前のことよ。ジェダイいう偉大な戦士がこの星にやってきて、 うちの祖先がこの宝刀を託される。その刀は常に全力で支え合う。そいつはお前のもんじゃ。
Something weird's going on here. Hold on. What's going on? What's going on? Whoa, what's going on? What's going on?
Sounds great.
What is going on here?
Oh no, that's Chica!
Have you seen this?
Wow, Chica's in Star Wars?
Chica's in Star Wars.
I didn't know Chica was on Star Wars.
Okay, do you guys...
Wait, distract your viewers.
the stream just imploded. Okay, I was hearing
I didn't know that Lito's wife was in Star Wars. Man,
Oh,
that's
yeah, yeah.
mind-blowing.
Yeah. Chica's gonna be in Star Wars Visions in an anime form. Okay, let's try that one more time because I was hearing multiple things, audio
何百年も
background.
前のことよ。
Okay.
ジェダイいう偉大な戦士がこの星にやってきて、うちの祖先がこの宝刀を託される。
There is
そ
something
の刀は
weird when I try
常
to
に
play
全
this.
力で支え合う。そいつはお前のもん。何百年も前のことよ。ジェダイいう偉大な戦士がこの星にやってきて、
It's
うちの祖
blocking
先
me
がこの
from
宝刀を
playing
託され
it.
る。その
Weirdly
刀は
enough. Okay.
常に全力で支え
So-
合う。
It's just copyright.
Okay, tell you what, I think that's what it is. It's weird. But what I'm gonna do, oh, I know why, because it was the audio version. That's why. Dirt. Let's go with the English version at first, and maybe Chica will make her
This is what
debut.
happens. You buy every.
There's
何
Chica.
百年も前のことよ。ジェダイいう偉大な戦士がこの星にやってきて、
Oh,
うちの
weird.
祖先がこ
Can
の
you guys
宝
hear
刀を
something
託される。
Yeah, I can hear
そ
the
の刀は
Japanese audio.
常
Oh,
に
this
全
is
力で支
so
え合う。
weird.
そいつはお前のもんじゃ。
I have
Disney
no idea.
gods are working against you.
Yeah, the streaming gods. I can hear this awesome audio, but whoa,
The-
dude, that is
well.
trippy.
The Disney gods are
Maybe-
working against Lito.
No.
We've maxed out our. Yeah, you might have to download the video. Well, you could always download.
I'll have to cut this out of the stream later. I did, so that's what I'm trying to play. Okay, hold up one more second. If all else fails, we're just gonna watch my wife in the Pokemon Thacher again. Okay, hold on. This is gonna work. It has to work.
何百年も前のことよ。
Okay.
ジェダイいう
What the
偉大な戦士がこ
It
の
always
星
seems
に
to
やって
stop
き
at
て、
the same
う
spot.
ちの祖先がこの宝刀。
What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make a new screen here. Yes, the joys of live streaming.
What if one of us tried to share it? Could that possibly
Yeah.
do it?
It could be.
Chica,
Hold
if
on.
you're watching this, we apologize that you're being our
Yeah.
guinea pig.
That's right. Chica's like, why am I on the stream? Okay, hold on. Let's try that one more time. Okay.
Long ago,
You guys see that, right?
Yeah.
No.
Uh-huh.
All right. I'm
Yes,
gonna.
but it stopped.
Yeah, I'm gonna add you. Okay, well, let's watch it, and I'll add you guys to it. Okay, here we go. Let's go.
long ago, a great warrior came to this village and entrusted our ancestors with this. Its power and responsibility now lie with you.
So awesome.
You've been guided by the Force since you were born.
At last, the moment arrives.
Some Kylo Ren vibes there.
It's the first time I've confronted such darkness. Something ancient and sinister.
We're going to be a proper family.
Let's make this our best show ever!
コースと共にあらんことを。
I accept this responsibility.
Well,
I get goosebumps when I watch this. It's so freaking cool.
Okay. This is so awesome because like we've all watched it on our own, but this is the first time we're like communally like watch partying it. So thank you, Chica, for warming us up to that. But okay, reactions, guys.
Yeah.
How is that?
Well, you
know-
see, I mean, first of all, anime artists are just a bunch of drama queens. But every shot, it's like, let's design this, and then go from the thing before it to that, and that's fine. I think it's amazing. I think it's just, and kudos to whoever greenlit this. Something tells me it's not Kathleen Kennedy.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't mean to hold the floor here. Next person.
Yeah,
no, I think that
go ahead.
makes a lot of sense. So I think the first thing that I noticed when I watched this, and even now when I'm watching it, maybe my third or fourth time, is there's all these little, tiny little clips where you just see like one thing, you're like, oh, I know that. And then it really makes you want to watch it because you're like, holy crap, is that Boba Fett? What, oh, is that the pod racing place on Tatooine? Like, whoa, what are they doing there? Like, you know, there's all these really cool scenes, and it just really makes me want to watch it because I want to know what the heck they're going to do with this new style. Like, it looks so amazing. Awesome. I cannot wait to watch this.
Okay, so if I understand you correctly, you're getting excited about like the little like teasing bits that they're pulling out of the Star Wars universe. Like, is that? Yeah, I think at one point I was like, is that Kylo Ren? Like, it sounded like him. I wasn't sure, but like, oh wow, just makes you want to see more. It's a very successful teaser in that sense.
Definitely.
Okay, Anthony, what are your thoughts and reactions to that?
So obviously I noticed the Easter eggs, and that was like one of my favorite parts about the whole thing. You know, because I saw the Boba Fett helmet. I thought like, oh my gosh, it's Boba Fett. And then I saw this, you know, the slave one, and I thought, okay, because in my family, my brother and I, growing up, we were such big Boba Fett fans. Like, we had the action figures. My brother had the slave one toy. But I also just like the fact that, like, it's not just like some regular Star Wars cartoon. You know, don't get me wrong, I love the regular Star Wars cartoons, like, you know, Rebels and Bad Batch and all that. But I love how they put their own twist on this. You know, they made this more cinematic. They made it more action-packed. You know, they try to get you pumped and say, like, come on, we're doing this. And I loved that aspect. You know, I love the aspect that how when he turns on the red lightsaber, you start hearing the Star Wars music. You're like, oh my gosh! Like, you know, your nerd alert starts going off in your brain. So.
Yeah, definitely. You make some really, really good points there. Okay, by the way, I just gotta let you know, I think the star of this stream is actually my wife, Chica. So everybody, you know, do a respectful bow to Chica. She just messaged me online, and she messaged me with these two screenshots. So I'm just like, okay, I know she's watching. I can feel her presence. But
as far as he's going with Alito, he can feel his wife's presence.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. In Japanese, they say word. Oh, go ahead.
Did anyone catch the Jedi rabbit at the end? It was like a rabbit girl.
Yes.
The one that was holding the lightsaber was like, I accept this
they're like long ears.
Yeah.
It's like Star Wars with just a little drugs.
Yeah.
You gotta bring in the furry audience, right?
I like the way they drew that, though. I mean, it's Star Wars, but I said this on my reaction video. It's so Star Wars and it's so Japanese at the same time. So Japanese anime. Just like I can see that just pulled out of some random Japanese anime, and that character would be there. But they're putting a lightsaber in her hand, so I'm just like, oh my god, are you serious?
Well, one of my favorite parts with that, it would definitely brought true to like that. This is Star Wars. Is when the girl jumps off the speeder bike and is running towards the other guy. You know, she's holding the lightsaber, and that's totally something that you'd see in a Star Wars, like a video game. You know, I could think of a video game that I saw that, and that was a Star Wars game. And so, you know, it just brings back to that this is truly Star Wars, but Japanese.
Yeah.
You can definitely see at least one of those episodes, possibly more than one. It's it looks like Studio Ghibli, is it pronounced?
Yeah,
it's the one that does
Ghibli?
Princess Mononoke.
It
Ghibli, thank
does
you.
feel...
Yeah. Princess Mononoke, Totoro, you know, got that. It's a little bit rougher around the edges. like My Fuzzy Bunny kind of look.
Yeah.
But
That's
you know,
kinda
with
what-
Star Wars, I mean, that's
yeah.
very interesting. Like, let's do it.
That's kind of what I feel is so cool about this too, is that it's all different studios. It's not just one person creating it. Like, you know, one episode's gonna be like, it looked like there was one that was very desaturated. It was almost black and white at one point.
Yeah.
So like you're gonna have all these cool different styles, and then there was one that was like super colorful with the one with the like whip looking lightsabers. You know.
Yeah. What's
Can you
going on in that
imagine
one?
being the? Can you guys imagine being the studio teams that like they received an email from LucasArts saying like, "Hey, would you like to make a Japanese Star Wars show?"
Well, you know what? There's another video it released about a month ago. So it was kind of like the teaser for the teaser. It was like Star Wars Visions, I don't know what they called it, Star Wars Visions, the special edition or something, like kind of a little snippets from the different Japanese animation studios, and you do get the reactions. And they're saying, they're obviously speaking Japanese. The subtitles are, "Did I really get the call? Like, did we just get the call to do one of my favorite, you know, most influential things? Is this for real?" You know, and so yeah, you make a really great. I'm gonna do another reaction to that because that was a month ago. I didn't even know that dropped. It's so interesting because, you know, we see, you know, the Disney what do you call them, D29s or whatever, that's all about Disney, and then they'll have their Star Wars corner, and they did, oh yeah, we're doing the Mandalorian, and we're doing this, and we're doing that. And then they just, oh yeah, by the way, we're dropping Star Wars Visions. Kathleen Kennedy's like a collaboration with Japanese anime, and like at the time I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. She didn't make it sound that exciting, but now that we got this trailer, it's just like amazingly on fire for me. By the way, can you see this screen that I've paused at? Do you see what they did with the lettering there?
The katakana? Yeah, that's so cool.
The katakana as the shadows, like kind of foreshadowing their vision that they have with this. It's so cool. Okay, gonna go to the chat real quick. I know, Frank, you gotta get going soon, but what I'm gonna try again, if all else fails, it's Chica in the Pokemon store. But I downloaded the Japanese version, so maybe you can watch that again, because Michael here is saying, Michael S., I just caught the tail end of that trailer, and it looks awesome. Michael, you're gonna get another chance to see it. Adrian's like, my friend has an R2D2 trash can actually, and funnily enough, I do too. A really small one. One of the things I noticed is the different variations on the lightsabers. Yes, there was that one guy with the multiple rotating red lightsabers on a stick that stood out to me. What that looks like to me is like an old Japanese pole arm mixed in with a Japanese traditional umbrella. You know, the umbrellas that have like really a lot of spokes that come out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's what it kind of looked like to me. But we've seen in some Star Wars anime, like, is it the Instigator? No, what's his name is called? He's like a Sith, but not a full Sith, and he's got this
Inquisitor,
that's it. And he's got this lightsaber where he holds, and it's a ring, and it just rotates and does it does that kind of trick. So anyways,
you guys remember when we first saw Kylo Ren's lightsaber, and there was a meme going around where people were putting in multiple lightsabers as a joke, like more and more and more and more, like like a dandelion kind of lightsaber.
Yeah, and now it's real. All right, what's with the red tentacles lightsabers thing going around? That guy's
that's crazy.
We shall see.
Yeah.
And it was able to like I can't remember what it caught on to, but maybe it was another lightsaber, but it didn't like rip through it, which was kind of weird. So maybe it's not like a full lightsaber. I don't know.
Maybe it's a lightsaber whip.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But I mean, I don't know.
We'll have to go back and analyze that again for sure. Yeah, because like it didn't seem like like did she have multiple hands coming out or something? I'm not sure exactly.
Well, ever since ever since they made JJ let Kylo freeze the blaster bolt, ever since that happened, like you see that something like that in that trailer, and I think they're just going with that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, Jedi can stop everything. Bend things.
Yeah.
Actually, that's one of the things I thought was really interesting too. Is I don't think I've ever seen this before in Star Wars, but that there was the one guy who stopped the lightsaber in front of him and like held it in place, which was like the Kylo, laser blast, but on steroids. Like he could stop a lightsaber and just hold it, and that's super menacing.
Yeah.
I really hope that they. I really hope that since this is a Japanese version, they show like a lot that maybe like the Jedi robes and the Sith robes and everything else are going to be more kind of Japanese, kind of like authentic kind of looking. Because as cool as the Jedi robes and Sith robes are, like, you know, since a lot of this has been from Japan, you know, influenced, I want to see more of that.
Right. That would be great. I'm sure if it were me, I would encourage them in every way to go Japanic with it, you know.
Nice. That's a great way to say that.
Japanize.
Japanify. Yeah.
Japanify.
Yeah. I think that, I mean, the first couple clips, guys, sorry, you know what's the funny thing is I'm trying to download the video version of the Japanese and it's only giving me the MP3 for some reason. So we're going to have to just watch the English one again. Maybe I'll put the link in the chat later. But I think we should analyze this a little bit more. Maybe watch it one more quick time before, Frank, you got to get going pretty soon to get ready for the stream?
Yeah, I got to head out. But I can watch it. I'll definitely watch it again.
Yeah, you're not gonna say no to that. Okay, let's watch it and maybe we'll pause at some key points that we just were talking about. So let's do it one more time for y'all. Here we go.
Long ago, a great warrior came to this village.
Okay, just gotta stop there. When I saw
that looks like an old movie.
Yeah.
Which Japanese director comes to your mind when you see something like this?
I can never remember his name.
It's a Kurosawa thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, Kurosawa, that's it. Yeah.
Exactly.
And look in the upper left. It looks like animation there.
Let me see.
So maybe it is animation.
It is.
I think it is. It just looks.
It's animation pulled out of a Kurosawa film, right? Like,
oh my goodness.
When I first saw this, I thought it was glitching out because I was like, oh, did I click on the wrong trailer? Is this like a fan-made trailer? But as I went along, I was like, no, this is the real deal. And I'm like, it blew my mind because like, okay, this must be set in Japan or an alternate version of Japan. And I might have said this on the last stream with Normurai, but I watched the old Rashomon. You should watch this if you're into you have your Netflix and stuff. You can watch the old Kurosawa films, and Rashomon is the first one. They have the samurai warrior character coming out, and it's kind of like this. Can you see how this house is like almost half? It looks like half in the shadow, maybe half damaged, and you're seeing bits and pieces of the thatched roof coming out. It harkens very much to what the Death Star looks like when the second Death Star when it's under construction. But yeah, I'm just like, oh my god, no, this is real. So you guys are right to assume that is that out of a movie. It looks like it.
And entrusted our ancestors with this. Its power and responsibility now lie with you.
Yeah.
Okay, and this just like again solidified it for me. Okay.
Yeah.
This is a Japanese lacquer box. Frank, we when you came to Japan, you bought some Japanese New Year's food for us, and it came in a similar box like to this. I still have that box, by the way. And I was like, okay, this must be Japan. You got the bamboo, you got the kamon, which is the
it's
the
that
clan
planet.
symbol.
It's the planet in the Republic that just happens to be very
Japanified. Yeah. I really don't know if they won't be able to make this canon. I think Adrian asked when is this on the Star Wars timeline. I think this is concurrently going on with the Marvel What If anime series. So I think this is kind of the same idea. Like, what if Japan was in part of the Star Wars universe?
I looked into it a little bit because I was really interested to know if this was going to be canon, and it almost feels like they're going to start a different canon or something like that, because there's also a novel that is going to tie into the movie or the series. It's called Ronin,
right,
which has the guy with the lightsaber that he pulls out like a katana. I think he's the sort of main character of that.
Yeah.
It's a red
lightsaber too, right?
It is a red lightsaber, yeah. So that's really interesting. So is he a Sith, or did he just get that? I don't know.
That's gonna be interesting. Maybe they're doing an alternate universe Star Wars, like Japanified. Japan. What did you say, Jeff? Japan Fantastic or something?
Take your pick.
I love that. Japastic. Yeah, I love it. Mr. Bombastic.
We're making up.
The later it is over here, the more. Yeah.
Oh my god! But lo and behold, what do they pull out of the box? A freaking lightsaber. It's like, oh my god, are you serious? You went there. You went there. I'm just like, okay, they crossed the threshold. Like, we're no longer in Star Wars land. We're in some sort of weird hybrid. Oh my god! This shot, I didn't realize it because it was so quick. What do you think this is referring to?
Hard to say, but I think that's the guy from the novel.
Yeah.
The Ronin.
Okay.
It looks like he's fighting some kind of Sith, but where's his lightsaber?
Well, have you seen a similar shot before in kind of Asian-esque ninja warfare, Jidai Geki, which means Japanese period classical history? Have you ever seen that shot where the guy catches the katana in his hands?
Oh.
Yeah, it didn't dawn to me at first.
Now that you've reminded me of it, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what they're doing. You know, he catches the blade right before it slices him, but he's using the force because obviously his hands will come off. Oh, Adrian's like, I have to bail for a bit, but try to get back soon. Thanks, Adrian. Really love it that you're here, likely with live action reference thrown into it. Yeah, probably live action or, yeah, a traditional combination of CG and anime, which a lot of newer anime do, right? They'll do like some CG or 3D work there. But anyways. Oh, and how cool is that music? Did anyone notice that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, that's not traditional classical Star Wars music, but I was like, I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
You've been guided by the Force since you were born.
That's the Ghibli looking one, right?
At last,
Yeah.
the moment arrives.
Oh, it's this one. Okay, so he does the Darth Kylo Ren thing and shoots it right back at him. How badass is that?
The Kylonic moment.
The Kylonic, so Kylonic. Oh, dude, you're on fire.
It's the first time I've confronted such darkness.
Okay, who thinks this sounds like Kylo Ren? Is it just me, or?
It just sounds like a wise warrior, like someone who's been around for a while.
I don't know.
It sounds like he's got like some nasal congestion. Like that's I think Kylo Ren's like, hey everybody.
Well, it's not Adam Driver though, so.
Yeah, it's not him. It's probably if it is him, it's someone who sounds like him. This looks so iconically Sith, right? Like I think Darth Maul is the first kind of.
That looks like a really.
Let's
thick...
take note of that TIE fighter. Isn't that a final trilogy era TIE fighter, or is it just being creative?
It does look like something like Darth Vader's advanced TIE, doesn't it? Is that what you're referring to?
It's so stylized that I can't imagine it's in the past in the original.
I see what you mean. Has to be like
Republic
the
era. I mean, New Republic era. Yeah.
Right,
Maybe
like
it's
episodes
just me,
9.
but that lightsaber looks
maybe,
a lot thicker than a normal lightsaber. That looks
Well,
kind of like
maybe
a
it's
claymore or something.
way back. Maybe
Look
it's
at the handle. Like that handle just looks legit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, there's a lot of speculation going on here. You're right, though. It does look a little bit more kind of futuristic in the Star Wars universe.
Or
that
that or Old Republic.
Ah, yes,
way
because they go way back, don't they?
So that handle, it reminds me of like a regular sword. And it's almost like they took the handle off of a regular sword and just said, all right, well, we're going to turn this into a lightsaber. Here we go.
Yeah. Good idea there. Yeah. Okay, well, love it, though. Love it, what's going on there. Okay, so that was the Slave One shot. Let me go back, right? I missed that when watching the... Oh, okay.
So fast.
There it is.
Whoa. And okay, has anyone thought of the Slave One as like... So why does it fly like this, but it lands like... It flies like this, but it lands like this. But then I guess the inners have to gyrate like... It's like a gimbal, right?
Yeah.
It always is upright. Yeah. Kind of cool though.
When I was a kid, I always thought the back of it looked like a face. So, like with the rockets.
Right.
Yeah.
Or
It's
an
just a
iron,
really
or a clothes
odd.
Iron.
Yeah, clothes iron. Yeah, waffle maker. No, really cool stuff though. Okay, and those are First Order Stormtrooper looking guys. What do you guys think?
Yeah, they've got the shoulder thing, but
Maybe. Oh yeah.
they look a
the
little
eye there.
different.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's just the animation style, but they definitely look a little different.
Yeah. So speaking of what we talked about in the beginning,
This is
like
First Order.
Yes, yeah, it has more of the
Iconic
duck.
moment. Yeah,
duck
the eyes
face
are the
looking.
same.
Yeah, it has that kind of visor-looking thing. In Japan, you'll even get like stationery, and it looks like it's hand-drawn Star Wars. So that's, I think, again, one of their Japan-only type thing. I mean, you might have seen it back in your respective cities and stuff too, but I know it looks very Japanese to me. Those stormtroopers look like that kind of flat 2D style. Maybe I'll pull one out at some point, show you guys. Okay, and those are definitely set to stun, right? those blue rings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, those are stun.
All right.
Ancient and sinister.
Okay, question. What do you think's going on here?
The feeling I get is this guy's some kind of Sith, like, you know, acolyte. Maybe he could be like a Sith master or something, and he's trying to, I don't know, get two competing Sith to like kill each other, or maybe he's trying to get like a student. He's trying to get like, I don't know, some kind of student. He seems manipulating, you know, like he's trying to manipulate.
And look at his eyes, like they're kind of yellow, so he's definitely like Palpatine looking.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he's maybe like a Japatine.
Yeah.
But you think he's not holding the lightsabers? You think it's maybe two other students or pupils?
I don't think he is. It does look like later on, it looks like the same guy was fighting. So I think we are going to see him do some combat.
Didn't Darth Maul have 3 horns? Wait, did he have horns on his chin too? I forget.
No, I don't think he did.
No, I don't think there's chin horns. But he had. Did he have 3 horns?
Maybe
I
that
think he
was
had
my-
more than 3 horns.
He had more than 3 horns, but we always see 3 horns from the front.
Yeah.
Okay, because he's got the chin horns. Okay, cool. I thought that was just like really carefully shaved goatee.
Hair.
Yeah.
But let's take a moment to do that kind of work in the morning as a Sith Lord. That's a lot of work. I mean, he's got the payas. You know, he's greasy. He's waxing that stuff. That's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work.
Can you imagine the morning of a Sith Lord?
Yeah, we should do that video. A day in the life of a Sith Lord.
Although maybe it's all with the Force, you know.
Yeah, you can
maybe.
pull your hairs with the Force. You don't even have
All
to
that
get
kind
to
of
it.
talk just reminds me of Robot Chicken.
Robot chicken. Yes, gotta go back to that for sure. All right, let's keep going, guys. Oh, cool. Okay, so finally we get a
there's the
badass,
black and white thing.
badass droid with a Gatling gun with those ropes. I just noticed. No, those are the traditional ropes you'll see in shrines, and sometimes they'll find on the coast of Japan 2 islands that almost look as if it's like husband and wife, and so they'll tie a rope around one of the rocks and then connect it to the next one. That's a kind of very harken to Japanese thing. Oh yeah, dude, like this droid is typically depicted as just like a background character that's like a service droid or something. This guy's like
The bug droid, yeah.
yeah, he's like assassin droid or something. And I just want to let you know, there is a line of Japanese Star Wars toys that are reimagined in the Japanese style. So you'll have, I don't have one here. Actually, I had a Stormtrooper, but I bought it on Mercari, and it was like a fake Chinese knockoff. So his knees and hips would always fall apart when I tried to repose him. But he looked like a Stormtrooper out of the Edo period, you know, out of this kind of feudal Japanese period. So I think that's what
Back to our earlier conversation about Japan riffing. I love it. Where can we buy them?
Oh, okay. Let me show you the links. They're non-affiliated links, so I don't get a commission, no. But they're a little bit more expensive, definitely. But they do it with not just Star Wars. They start with Star Wars. They have a Spider-Man one. They're going into Marvel stuff as well. It's nuts. That's absolutely cool. Nuts. Yeah.
Hey, Lito, I'll be right back. I gotta grab my charger cord. 1 sec.
Okay, no worries. Come back. We're gonna plow on. Frank, at any time when you need to leave, just go ahead and let us know.
I'm gonna stay until the last possible moment.
Awesome, dude. Thank you. Stay on target. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
So I guess that droid was shooting at him. It looks like.
Him or her? Is that
or whoever this is?
Yeah.
It could be female.
Oh, I love they've got like a red belt, almost like a karate belt or something like that.
Yeah, and with those giant rope things in the background. That's
Again, yes, the rope again. Nice. Oh, and I just thought, if you're a Final Fantasy player,
Ghibli.
Yeah, Ghibli, chocobos, if you know what those are.
Kind of like a chocobo.
Like a chocobo, which is like a big.
They're a lot bigger, it seems.
Australia, like a big
Like-
ostrich chick, looking thing, right?
Llamas from hell.
Llamas from hell, right?
Yeah.
We're going to be a proper family.
Oh, that's like so like One Piece or.
There's Bunny Girl.
Oh yeah, that's Bunny Girl. You got
There's
like
Bunny Girl.
You got the half Chun-Li character. The
So
face.
I think this big guy here, he's the one who was talking at the beginning, right? I think.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. That voice, someone told me I might be right. I think Adrian told me I might be right. I thought it was George Takei from Star Trek, the original cast.
Oh.
When he's speaking, yeah. If we just go back real quick, it's a 102.
The original narration?
Yeah, this voice here.
Long ago, a great warrior came to this village.
It does sound like
like
him.
it.
Has this kind of rasp. But then again, there's
I can see it.
there's a voice actor that does Genji from Overwatch, and he's the same kind of timbre to his voice, but he's a little bit higher
Yeah,
pitched.
there's
But he's
another
like,
guy.
yeah, what's his name?
There is another.
Gaku Space. What a cool name, Gaku Space. But yeah, Japanese voice actor. All right, but yeah.
We're going.
Oh, and if you look at the cast list, it's got like Gordon Love Hewitt on it. It's got some pretty big names for the English dubbed version, so that's gonna be awesome.
Be a proper family.
Oh, what did they call them in The Mandalorian? The whispering.
Oh yeah.
What are those
yeah.
called? Whistling.
Oh, I'm so psyched for the black and white one. I can't wait to see that. That is just some creativity right there.
So
Yeah.
stylistic. They got the color for certain things.
Yeah. But
Right.
that looks like Robotech. That looks like Macross. That looks like any Japanese anime with all the little missiles that come out. How cool is that?
Yeah. There's the pod race.
Most Eisley.
We're back.
Oh, that's so
I could live
wizard,
without
guys.
that.
That's so wizard.
And that's very 3D there. That's like
Yeah.
CG 3D.
Yeah.
That's like basically what Lucas did in that movie. Like they probably like had the 3D model and they just Japanified.
True.
Yep.
On that big streamer's analysis of this, he just stopped by and he said, "Oh, by the way, E.T. in the original, was it episode 1? E.T. was like a background cast member. He was like
That's right. That's
CG'd
right.
into it somewhere in the stands. So
Let's make this our best show ever.
okay, and I mentioned that they added the musical component of like a live musical show into it. Star Wars obviously has music. There's a Cantina band, and they did the reggae version in The Force Awakens or one of those new trilogy movies. But this guy's like full on, hey guys, we're gonna put on a great show for you. I was just like, whoa, that's pretty awesome. Oh, did anyone catch what she said in Japanese?
Well, it says right there, but
Yes, that's right.
Lito.
I taught you guys. Yes, thanks. No, in Japanese though, Fosto tomo ni aran koto, right? I taught you guys that before, and I put that in my reaction video.
But it's interesting because this is the English trailer, but she's speaking Japanese. So does that mean even in the English version, we're going to have some characters or maybe one episode that is just Japanese because of the the style of it is like, this is Japan.
That's a good
I
point.
think you'd be able to toggle.
Yeah.
Right? You can toggle languages. Yeah.
Yeah, they said they're
Sure.
going to have it available both in English and Japanese for all viewers around the world, it seems.
I just wonder because, the trailer's English, but this one section is in Japanese. I wonder if they just wanted to put May the Force be with you in Japanese. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either, but I think it's a smart move, and it's almost very Japanesque, Japanese-ish. When you have like Japanese characters like Go-Go Power Rangers, and they do their ability and they say a line, that's ingrained into a lot of video games now. It's like Hadouken, and then the fireball comes out. So maybe when she goes, Foso tomo ni aran koto, and like she does like some force power or something. I don't know. But it's nice speculation on that part. I really think they should keep that in Japanese.
Agreed. Yeah, they should.
It adds a little bit of Japanash.
Japanash.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, snap.
Bye.
On one way.
Nice seeing ya. See you later. May the force be with you. Oh, that is so iconic. Didn't we see
that's like
the red and
it's like
blue?
Sith lightning versus, I don't know. I mean, we've
Oh my
never really
God.
seen non-Sith lightning, but
Yeah.
Jedi Force lightning. That's pretty cool. We haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, and he's forking it. Look at that. He's got like the cross streams going on. Whoa, what's going on?
Yeah, his is much bigger.
Yeah, and that character, if you see him on the right with he's blonde hair, black decked out suit, that totally looks like a Luke-ish looking character. So I'm just like, are they bringing him?
And they're fighting on top of a Star Destroyer. It looks like.
Yeah, on the outside. So, I mean, if Leia can do it, survive in space. So.
I would have said that was a pretty cheesy part in that Star Wars movie when she started flying through space. That was a little cheesy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. We're just like
it's so. The only thing that made me, we don't have to get derailed on that, but the only thing that I thought they should have added to make that, to buy into that, is showing her practicing Force usage. Like just ease in a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's logical for her to be able to do something. So anyway, derail.
I agree with you though. It just came out of like left field. Like all of a sudden, she's Superman. Superman's force wielding. But yeah.
And they're in space right now.
Yeah. So doesn't that look like a Luke-ish looking character?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you must be
he's like young. Not
Lady
really
Gaga.
Like jacked or anything. Lady Gaga.
Okay. But did you see what she did with her suit? She put like a kyber crystal in it. Did you see that? Or she she stabs the center.
Yeah.
She's like Iron Man meets kyber crystal in the Star Wars. So what does that mean? Does she like power herself up?
dramatic.
Yeah, like holy crap. So and then she evolves to her form. And then they do this crazy fast montage.
That's the guy.
Yeah, that's the same guy.
Yeah, that's Hornbeard, right?
Yep.
Holy crap. He's got, what are those tentacles coming out or coming up? And the rain. Okay, so the Kurosawa films, I've seen an analysis of Kurosawa films. Two things that really stand out as films. The use of motion. So that something's always moving in the scene in the camera. And he does these panning sweeps. Or the motion of nature, whether it's the wind blowing in the background and affecting trees, or rain. There's a lot of rain. This is so Kurosawa.
Wow.
There's just so much going on there. Like,
yeah.
That's
I
both.
thought I saw
That-
R2D2 and you heard the little.
Oh, what are you talking about there, Jeff? You know this one?
Oh, the speeder shot. If you go back to that.
Which one? Oh wow, that's cool too.
For the
maybe it's after
Jedi style speeder.
Let's see that. Oh, I love how his
beautiful
lightsaber looks like a katana. Like that's full on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy.
This one?
There, look at that. That looks like footage shot in my backyard in upstate New York.
Right. Yeah, what's she
But it's all
fighting?
gonna blur by, so.
Oh yeah, but okay, then it cuts to this scene over a frozen maybe lake or something. This looks like a scene out of The Mandalorian, out of like one of the first scenes where he apprehends that like aquatic looking prisoner or whatever, and then they go out to the ship on this frozen thing. So I was like, are they visiting similar worlds? I know there are very similar biomes in Star Wars universe though, but
that almost it's
this
weird, that lightsaber.
It's green with
like a dark green inside almost. It's like the dark saber, but not the exact same color.
That's right.
Yeah.
Definitely it's got that kind of dark saber-ish vibe, right? And the dark saber, let's just put it out there, basically looks like a katana, right? Like a black katana.
Yeah.
It does.
And so maybe that paved the way. But yeah, like she's the unexpected
Jedi
Jedi bunny. What are they gonna call her? Like Jebai? Or I don't know.
Give me a second. I'll think of something.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of on one with those tonight. So.
Yeah, right. But and the thing is, she speaks like proper common or whatever you want to call it. So she's not like a Wookiee. That's like guttural murmurs here and there. But
I was good. We could call her We could call her Rabbi, but that's taken. So.
Oh yeah, right.
It's responsibility.
Oh
yeah, there's the whips.
Okay.
It looks like it's coming out of her lightsaber.
Her lightsaber and off to the side, and I thought she like duplicates her arms or something. You know that kind of weird effect you see in video games sometimes. I wonder if they're twins. I wonder if they're fighting each other because they're twins. The Battle of the Twins.
Oh, Jedi twins. Yeah.
There is one episode, so there are 9 episodes coming out, and one of the episodes says the 9th Jedi. Just like, ooh, okay. So that's kind of like a harken back to almost like the 7 Samurai in a way, except they're playing on the 9. 9 tails. There's a legendary creature, a fox that has 9 tails in Japanese lore. So maybe that has something to do with it as well. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah. So. What's going on?
Oh yeah, there it is.
There.
I don't know,
So
but I
what's
want
with
to
his
see
hilt?
Oh my god.
Yeah, his hilt looks really cool.
Oh yeah, he's got like this weird clip thinger here. Maybe that's where it goes onto the belt finally without falling off. No, but what's going on there? Okay, so just want to finish off with one more thing. We talked about the force to tomoni aran koto. They kept that in Japanese. However, if you hear a lot of the like and the and like those kind of anime type of death wails or attack battle cries, I think they're keeping the Japanese actors ones to keep it a bit more Japanified sounding, even though the dialogue's in English. So that's what it sounds like to me, anyways.
That might be a little weird. I don't know if, I mean, obviously I haven't seen it yet, but
yeah,
I don't know. It seems kind of weird to have a different voice to like the the grunts and stuff like that.
It is true,
but I get why they might want to do that.
Well, then again, this is promotional material, like as we've seen in
Sure.
in newer trailers, that they'll sometimes just pull stuff out that they'll never actually show in the actual content. So this could be just a mashup of different things that worked. But I don't know. I'm kind of hyped for it, guys. How about you guys?
Oh, I'm stoked.
Kinda.
Kinda. All right. Well, Jeff messaged me.
If you're only
creativity.
Yes.
We don't. If you're only kind of excited for it, I don't know if we can be friends anymore.
Right. Well, Jeff messaged me.
Cool.
Yeah, Jeff messaged me. He's like, so when are you gonna do the like review of each episode on it? I'm looking forward to that. I'm just like, yeah, definitely that's on the plate. Like, kind of like after show or like review show. So
you know all the references, so it's definitely something I'd like to see you do. Like
Right.
you can say, oh, that's the, like you have been for the past half hour. Like that's the rope of destiny that's in the legend of Hoo-Ha,
Yeah, that's right. The rope of destiny. I love that one. Rope of destiny. But true. I mean, I know I'm not gonna know all of them, but I think I do have a more unique spin that a lot of people won't get. But then you get like anime fans who are like will find other things that I won't see as well because I'm not like super in anime. So if you guys ever want to guest on a show, if you guys have access to seeing it somehow, let me know. And if you want, I'll probably do. I don't know. I'm thinking of doing a non-spoilery one and then the full-on spoiler one. So maybe it is kind of tricky. Maybe I'll do like the non-spoiler one as a recorded one, and then the full-on spoiler one with guests or people who want to get on it. I don't know. Send me your ideas. Tell me what you think. Okay, Frank. Frank, before you leave, or when you can you put in your Twitch channel name in the comment or the chat so people can check you out after we're done our little watch party here. So coming out September 22nd on Disney Plus. Hope you guys can see it. I'm excited to see both versions. I'll probably watch the Japanese version at first. But yeah, you guys let me know if you want to be involved in these after watching parties or reaction videos more, because it's been a pleasure having you guys geek out with me here about Star Wars.
The pleasure is ours, our friend, dear Lito, the most Japanic person I know.
We've got to make
amazing.
We've got to make a counter on the side of like how many times we've Japanified something. Like Jeff's gets one.
I'd like to put forward Japanx, Japanx.
Japanx.
It's really Japanx.
Japanx. That's so Japanx. Let's make it. Let's make a meme. Hashtag Japanx. Let's see you guys if you like it in the comments here. Hold on. We got a whole bunch. If you need to go, Frank, you need to go. But we're just gonna end off with looking at a few.
Nice
of the
to meet
chats.
you.
Yes, nice to meet you as well. Thanks for having me on, Lito, and hopefully, I'll definitely be around, and I'll see you guys again. So okay. Take care, everyone.
Awesome. We'll see you on Twitch later for a little bit. All right.
Yeah, for sure. But just finish here first. Don't come watch me yet.
Okay, no worries.
All right, bye everyone.
All right, everyone. Frank has spoken. All right, let's go to the chat here. Andrew's like Star Wars nerds, and he's like, I'm sorry for not being a big Star Wars nerd. Yes, you will be punished. No, I'm just joking. That's all good, Andrew. And I finally got your name right. Matt Block. Okay, so Matt, by the way, is the owner of a cool bar / video game bar in Osaka called Space Station. If you've ever been out there,
he's also naked in his picture.
He is also naked. Luckily, he's wearing a little bit of clothing. But Matt Block's chiming in from America at the moment. He's gonna come back mid-August, and we're gonna do a special on his Space Station video game bar once he gets back to Osaka. So Matt, thank you for chiming in there. I wonder if you'll kill any canonical characters. Are you referring to the badass Japanese horn? We'll call him Hornbeard for now, I guess. Is Hornbeard gonna kill any?
Hornbeard. You heard it here first, folks.
You heard it here first. Yeah. This unnamed soldier. Oh. I wonder if he is referring to Hornbeard. Maybe that is who he is. Michael S. is like, I'm not really into Star Wars either, but the Japanese connection really intrigues me. That's really cool, and I think it'll intrigue a lot of people to get into it. It looky like a woman. Is he talking about like the kyber crystal in my chest? One, I'm not sure, but we'll definitely have to see. Michael's like, hi Adrian. Loving this frame-by-frame analysis. Great. I'm so glad you like it. My God, the barking of the dogs. Oh, did you guys hear barking of the dogs in one of the scenes?
No.
Okay. Oh, he's like, oh wait, that's a different tab on my browser. Right. Okay. Right. Hopefully it was just barking dogs.
That's after I spend a day at the mall. I get the barking of the dogs. My feet are so tired. Okay,
that's hilarious. No, I get it. I get that too, actually. And Adrian Lee Miguel's like, okay, back for a bit. Yes, guys.
Thank God.
Yes, you are back with us. We are back to the trifecta of Star Wars nerds here. And I just read that it was, in fact, George Takei from the original Star Wars cast. So I called it. Guys, I'm excited for this. Japan and Star Wars coming together. A 9-episode kind of animated series. Let's experience it together, guys. I don't know if we can do some sort of watch party or maybe an after talk party or something. Yeah, and he's like already pulling me towards this idea of the Force.
It's been Japanified, in the words of Jeff.
That's right. It's been Japanxed.
We're gonna Japanx it.
Japanxed it.
You've been Japanxed. Awesome, guys. So, okay, we got you. Are you okay? Do you need your respirator? Do you need a little bit of a help there?
My bedtime in like 20 minutes.
I would try to pull the old age card, but Lito's older than me. So.
I am older than you. If you want old age card,
I am the oldest.
He is the oldest, but Adrian Lee McGill makes a really good old man Canada, right? He's like, hey guys, we remember back in the day. No, I had teeth.
No, actually, just a sidebar. Lito, when did you graduate high school? What year?
1995.
And then when did you graduate? I'm gonna point.
06.
Window.
06.
So we've got the spread because I'm 86, which means I saw Star Wars in the theater, the original, and then it progressed. That's interesting.
Yeah. So we got original generation. We've got like. I was 10 years old when I watched the original series, and then we've got like I love episode 1. Give me more Jar Jar Binks.
I watched the first one, the first show before I watched the prequels. When it comes down to it, I don't really like too many of the prequels, to be honest with you. Like I hated Revenge of the Sith. Like I didn't like I shouldn't say I hated it. I didn't like the chemistry between Hayden Christensen and Natalie Portman. I just thought it was just terrible. And like when she was like, Anakin, I'm pregnant, and he just gives this like mad look, and he's like, oh, that's awesome. It's like, what? Like, what? No.
I wonder whatever happened to that rumor that Rise of Skywalker has a 4-hour edit. Of course, they say that about every movie now, the 4-hour edit. They're saying it about Dune now. Well, there's a 4-hour edit. You know, like the Hayden Christensen scenes were cut or something. Who knows?
You know what started all of this?
YouTubers out there. What's that?
You know what started all of that? Kind of like the cut thing. It was the Snyder cut thing. After
really?
the Snyder cut, like everyone's like, release this cut, release that cut, release this cut. I was like, dude, just stop. Like,
I mean, I do remember when the Lord of the Rings Deluxe came out, where each movie was like 1,000 years long, you know, like, and I saw them in the theater, and I remember like being like, I gotta pee.
yeah.
And then they came out with the at-home version that was like 4 hours a movie. But you gotta think it's out there somewhere. I'm sure JJ did a bigger version of that final film. Anyway, I derailed us again.
No, it's all good. It's all good. That final film is just like, wow. Like, it seemed like it was slapped together, and I don't know. I just.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like I think it really is a 3 or 4 hour movie. That just was.
I think the biggest thing that bothered me about the last movie was I was so excited that Ben turned back to the good side, and then he like dies at the end. And then spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't watched it.
Right.
But I was so upset. I was like, no.
It was just. It was kind of like the last season of Game of Thrones. It just all happened so quickly, and it's like, did you really think? Did we invest any? Like, what's going on here? Like.
But I bought into all of it. I'm that guy who goes to those and was like, that was great. That was great. And then you go online and everyone's bitching, and it's like whether it's the Star Trek fans or the Star Wars fans, it's like and the Doctor Who fans, they're all a bunch of bitches. So, I was just happy to have a movie or
that's
three.
True. That's true.
And if they want to throw a deluxe version out, God bless them.
I was happy when Harrison Ford made that cameo. I was like, yay! Because I was so like Alito, when you did that live stream when you were building the Mandalorian figure. I had mentioned that that was like one of my most upsetting moments was when Han was killed. I was like, no, like because unfortunately I had spoiled myself a little bit before then because like I'd read a rumor that he was going to be killed. I thought, okay, this is just a rumor. Like, he's not going to die.
Yeah.
And then, like, when he goes out on the platform, it was like, he's going to die.
Yeah.
He's going to die.
Yeah. I think we were all feeling like, oh, this is going to happen. Oh, no. What's your take on it, Jeff?
Harrison wanted to die.
Yeah.
Harrison wanted to die originally. You know that story, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He asked George Lucas if he could die, and George said, I need the toy money.
Well, he was right in a way. But...
Didn't he want to die in, like, Return of the Jedi or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it made sense for his character arc or whatever.
I heard there was a rumor that even in The Empire Strikes Back, because like they freeze him in carbonite, they weren't sure yet if he was going to continue to live or die.
Well, it's like it's like so many films. I mean, you look at Star Trek 2, and they killed Spock, and then they brought him back.
Yeah.
They didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah, that's
sorry,
true.
I mentioned Star Trek. Sorry, the nerd goes deep.
It's all good. We got a good loyal fan here called Khan. Khan. It's speaking of Star Trek. Coleman Khan. He's
Don't
always
get me started.
Yeah, he's always like, yeah, my Forcers and my Trekkers, and he's all about metal, and he's like bringing the love. There is a wine bar. Again, we're digressing. There's a wine bar in Tennoji in the downtown area of Coruscant of the Coruscant of Osaka called Kapla. It was a wine bar called Kapla, and me and my wife.
Don't go there.
Oh, I gotta go there. I just opened that can of Klingon, and we were dating at the time before we were married, and we just happened. She loves red wine. She's like, oh, let's go into this bar, and it was written in katakana. So I was like, Kapula. Okay, whatever. So we go in there, and engraved, like maybe like burnt or laser engraved into the counter is like this big Kapla with this fist on. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here? I get to the toilet, and it is a shrine of Star Wars. It is like a huge thing of Spock.
In the Star Trek wine bar?
Oh, Star Trek. I'm sorry. Did I say Star Wars? A shrine of Star Trek. I'm sorry. Shrine of Star Trek. And the main focus is Spock. And my wife absolutely loves Spock. She's like in love with Spock. So I'm just like, oh, what's going on there? But yeah, Kapla in Japan. I hope it's still around. I'm gonna have to live stream from that place at one point. But
I think you do, just for to divert the Star Wars fan. Yeah.
I'm a big Trekker. I'm a Trekker, Star Wars fan, Star Trek. It's all good. I mean, for me, it's all sci-fi and all. Going back to the chat here, Adrian says, I graduated in 1990, saw the original in the cinema, but barely remember. Yeah, because you were, when you're a kid, like you watch movies and you don't quite maybe like understand all the intricacies of it, and then you go back when you're an adult and you're like, oh, that's what he kissed his sister. What's going on there?
There's a Simpsons episode that where it shows Homer and Marge walking out of like Empire Strikes Back, and he's just like walking next to all these people waiting to be in line to go see Empire Strikes Back. It's like, man, who would have thought that Vader was Luke's father? All these people are like, oh, come on, man, like you just ruined it. Like they're all just getting mad at him and everything.
Right. I wonder, just to kind of start to wrap things up here, guys. It's been so great hanging out with you on this, but we do have to kind of wrap it up at some point. What are the implications? Do you think like this will create a newer resurgence in Star Wars for people who are not regularly into Star Wars? Like maybe, Japan centric people are more into anime, might be pulled into Star Wars. I wonder what the effects will be in Japan. I want to give you kind of a ground report, see if this is something that catches on. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I hope there are more of those like little trinkets and this and that spawn from this, but I have a feeling there's going to be a delay when it comes to that stuff, especially in the toys and stuff, but I'll keep an eye out. But what do you guys think? Do you think this is going to make a big splash in your guys' community in North America?
Oh, I was waiting for Jeff to speak. I was trying to be a gentleman. But yeah, no, I think it's going to be a major thing, kind of like a major player thing in the Star Wars universe. I think that we're going to start to see a lot more people interested in Star Wars because, a lot of people, like especially, like I'll carbon date myself a little bit. I am part of the millennial generation.
Oh, you're so old.
I feel old.
I'm joking.
But so there's a lot of people in my generation that don't even really like Star Wars because they thought it was kind of boring and stupid. But these are the same people that grew up watching like anime, like Dragon Ball Z and so many other, like even watching like Pokemon and Digimon, things like that. And so like I think seeing things like this is going to help get them to be more interested. Like, okay, well maybe I should give Star Wars a little bit more of a chance. But yeah, I think we're going to definitely see a new side of fans when it comes to Star Wars.
Okay, cool.
The Star Wars, I mean, Filoni and what's his face they know that there are infinite possibilities as long as they're in charge.
Yeah, I have to agree.
And this is just part of it. And whatever Kathleen Kennedy was involved with in this case, there's just infinite possibilities. And the further back in time you go in the timeline, the more possibilities. So, and as we've said all along, the Japanese influences cannot be denied, and the love of Kurosawa on behalf of by Lucas. So why not embrace that? I can see the conversation like, well, why don't we just go for anime? Like, okay.
There's been a lot of rumors over the past so many years that they're gonna do a Knights of the Old Republic series. That they were looking for someone to because for those who don't know, that's a series that's based like thousands of years before the Skywalker saga, and there's been speculation that they've been trying to find someone to play the main character as Revan. Some people have been trying to fan cast Keanu Reeves as Revan.
Oh god!
So
is that what your handle is on Magic the Gathering? Bye bye Revan? Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, sorry, Jeff.
Well, it's like, I think keep it simple. I'm sure they've had the conversations like, what do you choose to do? because over the years the backstory of thousands of years has been written by various people, and so choose something that is digestible, because in the end when you make a movie it's different from a book. It has to have focal points, and you can't read people's thoughts. You have to have people say things and do things. So that's why film adaptations are so different from books. So I think whatever it is, it'll have tasty bits. That's my last line.
Tasty bits, nice. I agree with that. The format that they put it out in is different, right? And I'm actually quite interested in that Ronin book. I know you don't judge a book by its cover, but it is in that kind of Japanese anime. It looks like a samurai pulling out a red katana that is glowing and kind of wispy and fiery at the same time. So that's interesting, because if you think about it, like, the samurai are basically Jedi, right? In certain ways. So you have this Ronin who has no master, a Jedi who has no master. What was he coming from, the dark side? Was he coming from the light side? Is he like trying to find his way in the universe, I guess you could say. But as part of like the whole Japanifying thing, I think this theme that we've been exploring and trying to put to words in different places. Here's another example. Like, I was talking about D&D. I don't know if you're into D&D, Jeff. And we're talking about how it spawned Magic the Gathering. Oh, you'd love D&D just because it's like a communal storytelling thing. You'd be pretty good at
D&D
it.
started when I was a child, and you were not born yet, and I was not into it.
Okay, no worries. Maybe you're not into it now, but this is a card from Magic the Gathering. So Magic the Gathering has nothing to do with really Japan themes, but in recent years, just sets that are not related to Japan at all, they'll make Japanese versions of cards just because they know
cool
it sells, and like what you said, to me in a messenger chat, saying like, in North America, people get the McDonald's version of Japan, but they also have this kind of like romanticized version of Japan that I think they're also, how can I say, really, really milking it, in a good way, like kind of get into Japanese culture through anime, through the stories that kind of tells, and the references that are blatantly in Star Wars, obviously, that we have to kind of make an homage to. I'm kind of interested to obviously analyze it on a language level as well. I'm interested in how the Japanese translates to English in the subtitles, because there's sometimes a lot of lost in translation. I've talked about it in my reaction video. A long sentence in Japanese could be like, mukashi wa, nanbyaku men mae no, jidai giki wa, blah, 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 blah. And it'll be translated into like, my family came from the countryside, and missing so much rich detail. Right. So I want to kind of delve into that a little bit. But it makes sense for a lot of reasons to try to truncate it so that people can get the gist rather than focus on the details. But it would be interesting to kind of dive into that from the language point of view as well. Adrian's saying, by the way, Lito, I'm interested in playing that D&D you showed in that link you sent me. Looks like fun. Yes. He's talking about I might actually do a live stream where I get a few people on as players, and I'll be the dungeon master, and we'll do like a stream. I was also kind of trying to Japanx or Japanify a little bit of the D&D stuff as well, because it's really big here as well, interestingly enough. Okay, guys.
Cool. I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. Japan, it's a weird, magical, time warpy type of place, But I hope you guys can get little slices of it with my involvement here in Japan. Leading up to September 22nd, I'm going to be making these models that are Star Wars related, but obviously the companies that make these really high-end quality models are all from Japan, Bandai and whatnot. Just keep you guys in the loop as to when it comes out, and then when it comes out, let's get back together again and do this type of after party or celebration.
There is a way you could do a watch party with people. So
like Netflix. Yeah, I don't know. It's Disney Plus though, so I don't know.
I have Disney Plus.
Okay. Let's find a way.
Yeah, there's a way that you can. So Jeff, I'll send you after we get off here. I'll send you a friend request on Facebook if you're on Facebook.
Sure.
And then I will, since I pay for the yearly subscription because I didn't want to say like, I don't want to pay for this monthly. Like I just want to pay for it like once a year. So yeah, we can definitely do that.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, I've got a subscription too. If anybody needs whatever, Awesome. Thank you, Lito.
Thank you
Thanks,
guys
Lito.
very much. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Domo arigato, Mr. Robotos. And I will see you on the next video or hopefully on the next live stream.
Okay, thanks, guys. Thanks, Chica, for being our guinea pig.
Chica's going to send me. We're going to talk about it after. So, guys, remember, force to tomoni aran koto.
Make sure you guys subscribe to Lito's channel and subscribe to my channel. I just had to do a shameless plug. I'm sorry, Lito.
All right. No, check it out. Put it in the chat and stuff, and I'll also put it in the description later, all right? All right, guys.
Okay.
Have a great day, and see you later.
See ya.
Thanks, Adrian. Bye, guys.
About to